Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Dana and today I am going to be getting ready with you guys, show you some of my new favorite products, or some of them might not even be new, just things that I have been loving for my everyday like 5-minute face. So if you would like to see my full transformation for my everyday look, then keep on watching. Gotta clip this hair back first. So I did cut my bangs again. They're a little bit thicker than they were previously. Does not matter how many times I've had bangs, there's always like a little bit of a learning curve. And I will obviously be doing more videos showing you guys like more in depth how I actually style my hair like this. But let's just get into the makeup right now. All right, so let's start off with primer. I still am using the Tatcha primer. I really love this primer because it is more of a lightweight formula than the like pot primers that are a little bit thicker that I've tried. If you guys have any primer recommendations, I'd love to hear them. I'm leaning towards repurchasing this one, but if you have any other recommendations that you think I must try, let me know. Next up, I go in with a highlight. I know Becca is closing. I don't know if they have fully closed or not. Okay, well actually it looks like Becca is totally gone. You know what, since we can't get the Becca one anymore, I will use the Lumi Glotion. I do have a little bit of a tan anyway since I was in the sun this past week. I was in Florida. Oh, you know what, real quick before I go in with anything else, let me just put some of the, what is this? Glossier. So now I have this highlight on the back of my hand. I like to go in with my fingers first and place this on the high points of my face. Like a little bit under here, nose, chin. Just going to go in with this It brush for Ulta. This has also been a favorite. I don't know, oh, what is this? This is their blurring foundation brush. I use this for everything. Foundation, concealer, overall blending. It's a really lovely brush. And then I'll just pick up the excess on here and just kind of put it over my lids and just use it to blend any existing product. Next up is a newer product that I have really been liking. It is the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. I have the shade 120 Peach. This is a very lightweight corrector. So I literally just take the tiniest bit. It blends in super easily and it's very lightweight, where you could go ahead and layer another concealer over top, which is what I will be doing. It definitely gives enough coverage and brightness though, where you could wear this on its own on a very minimal makeup day. I'm really sorry if the lighting keeps changing. I'm using natural light and it is winter, so the sun's moving quick. So before we go in with the rest of our concealer, I am going to focus on some bronzing and blush, but I'm going to be doing my cream products. I'm going to be using the Glossier Solar Paint in Flare. This is a newer-ish product, I think, by them. This is a luminous bronzer cream. I don't know if it's for this shade specifically or if all of the shades have that luminosity to them, but I don't find it to be super glowy, so I do like to basically put this in the same spots where I would contour, but I will carry it a little bit over the bridge of the nose as well, just to add a little bit more warmth to the skin overall. For the last two products of my cream base, I'm going to be mixing two of the Glossier color paints. I have the shade Eve and the shade Puff. So I have a little dot of each on the back of my hand. Honestly, that's way too much, but here we are. So we're left with a nice berry tone. feel like I get a little bit heavy-handed with the blush, so that's why I choose to do my concealer afterwards, just so it kind of blends in more easily. And I do always like to throw a little bit of my blush and bronzer excess right in to the crease of the eyes. It just kind of makes the look more cohesive. So now we have all of our cream products down. Let's go in with the concealer. And where did I put that? I am using my absolute favorite, which is the Pat McGrath. I don't think I've ever loved a concealer as much. It is so lightweight. It has such nice coverage. I mean, the corrector really isn't even necessary with this, and you need such a little amount, and it really is full coverage without being heavy or cakey. So I like to lay down the concealer first and then pat it out with my fingers. And then whatever is left over on my fingers, I will just kind of spread out in the center of my face. And then once that is blended out with my fingers, I again go in with my brush and blend out any harsh lines and really just press the product into my skin. And then whatever concealer is left over on the brush, I'll kind of just use that to blend in any of my contour, bronzer, blush, and just make sure everything is very blended. Obviously this is a lot faster, like when I'm doing it and getting ready in the morning. I feel like it seems like a lot of blending and a lot of steps, but it's very fast. Then to set the center of my face, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder. Such a fantastic powder, and it's super affordable. It really has a beautiful glow effect without being shimmery. So I just like to place this right under the eyes. It does gently mattify while still leaving some luminosity there. There's nothing worse than a dry under eye from cakey powder, so I really like how this sinks in. I even use this on areas where I want to mattify because it, again, leaves a little bit of luminosity there. I don't like anything to be completely matte. Moving on to a bit of contour. I love this Maybelline City Bronze. I don't even remember when I bought this. I hope it's still available, but it has the best undertone, at least for my skin tone, in a bronzer. A lot of bronzers pull very warm and pink on my skin. I feel like this one is a bit more yellow and is just a fantastic contour shade. So I just like to take a little bit of this on like a pointed powder brush and kind of just tap that into the hollows of my cheek. You know when you've got your baby hairs in your bronzer that you're getting close enough to your hairline. You don't want any space there. And I like to do these little sweeping motions so it doesn't look, I don't know, like a rainbow arch on my forehead. And I can also take this and extend it out this way just to elongate the eyes a little bit. And then to blend this out, I actually like to take my powder brush and just kind of go over the edges of everything. For a bit of powder highlight, I'm just going in with my NARS Ibiza on a small brush, just working this in circular motions pretty much everywhere we placed the lotion earlier. This isn't totally necessary because the lotion still does peek through, but I'm a sucker for a highlight, so I always like to add a little bit more. And for a powder blush, I am going to be using this one from Covergirl. It is like the medium True Blend blush. It's a really beautiful dusty pink. And I just like to tap a little bit of that onto the cheeks. So I really don't fill my brows in on a daily basis, and if I don't want to do a soap brow, lately I've been going in with 2 different brow gels. Just, I don't know, my brows are annoying, but I like to go in with the Glossier Boy Brow in Clear first, and I'll kind of just use this to make them a little bit more bushy, and I'll brush in the opposite direction and then try to place the hairs roughly where I want. So while I let my brows settle, I'm going to curl my lashes and put some mascara on. So I'm using my Kevyn Aucoin curler, and I definitely don't wear mascara every day, but I will curl my lashes every day. It really does make such a difference, especially now that my lashes are a bit longer, well, much longer, from the lash serum I've been using. It really just lifts my eye up a lot more. And then I have been loving the Merit mascara. This holds a curl so well. It's easy to remove. It doesn't flake or budge or anything. And it just gives my lashes a really nice, natural, long, not overly full. It's definitely not a volume mascara. It's more of a length mascara, but it's a great everyday mascara. And it has kind of the more traditional, softer brush. And that is just one coat. You can really see the difference. Once the mascara has dried, I'll get those little bits off. We'll move on to the second coat of the brows. And for that, I'm using the Persona Swipe Up Brow Gel. And I have the shade Warm Brown. I'm usually not a warm brown person, but the shade does match me nicely. And since my brows have already a little bit of structure and product in them, I feel like it makes the colored brow gel even more effective. I don't know, it might just be in my mind, but I also find this combination of the two gels holds my brows really nicely. And then the very last step for me is adding a bit of lip liner. I have been loving the LA Girl Shockwave Nude Lip Liner. It's like $3. It's super creamy. It glides on really nicely. You have good color payoff. So I just kind of like to not really overline my lips. I mean, like maybe a touch, but this is really just to add definition and like contour my lips kind of. So I like to fold my lips in kind of like this and then outline. I don't know why, it just kind of works better for me than doing it the other way. And then I just take my finger and kind of blur everything out. And then to top that, I'll just go in with a bit more of my lip balm. A little quick update before I let you guys go. I'm sorry I have been so spotty with my uploads. It's just been a very odd time with everything going on with my like fertility, and then coming off the end of, well, not even the end, but you know, everything with the pandemic. I feel like it's just been like a weird time. I've had like no creativity at all. And then I've also just felt like really crappy like to get on camera. So thank you so much for you guys being so patient with me. I also have my fertility video coming out. That I think will be my next video. Yeah, so stay tuned, be excited. I have lots of fun content planned for you guys. I'm really, really excited to be back. Even now, just like getting in front of the camera. I mean, it's probably like my third video that I've attempted to film, but I think I'm feeling like this one is good, and if not, it's going up anyway because I just need to get over it. So again, thank you guys for all of your well wishes and kind messages that you have left on social media. If you guys aren't following me on there, it's at Dana Gagliotti. You can go ahead and give me a follow. So I will catch up with you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time.